as well as Scott and Heather and Terry Mansour and Mary Ellen all went to Portland last weekend for the District 7 contest. It was really exciting. I came back so inspired. I thought, I want to share this excitement with you. First of all, for those that haven't heard, I nailed my speech. It was just really I won the contest locally, representing the club, and then I go to District 7. I nailed my speech. I did the best I've ever done in my life. Loved it. I had fun. I connected. Didn't even place. It was wonderful. I don't have to go to Malaysia. I'm sorry. I really believe that there's a tighter message that would have gotten me a little further with it. When I got there the first night, Darren LaCroix, you'll see him advertised in the Toastmaster magazine. David, make sure Natalie gets one of our Toastmaster magazines so she sees that. He has this speaking program that he teaches to people who want to develop their speeches and things like that. And I always used to think that public speaking, as long as I've been in Toastmasters, that part of the reason I would sometimes resist and fade away from the Toastmasters club is because I didn't think I was ever going to be this platform public speaker. I always thought that's what public speaking was. When I got there, and I was listening to Darren really put this into context for me, I was reminded that public speaking, that a keynote speech in particular, may be a platform speech that you give to thousands of people, but it could also be a 20-minute speech that you give to a service club. It could also be a small group of people that are on your team in your office as an entrepreneur, or a group of people that you pull together in a workshop that you're going to introduce to your work. There's just so many places it fits, and so I had this aha. Toastmasters has so much more value than I give it credit for in terms of the speaking side of it, and then we get all these gifts from the evaluation and the feedback. One of the things that Darren said that really spoke to me that first night is that one of the things we want to do if we're going to be really good is crave feedback. And I thought, what a great place to crave feedback. The other thing he said is, if you want to be successful, what it takes is 3 things. Stage time, stage time, stage time. You got to get up and do it. And when he started, he joined 3 or 4 clubs and would go to 3 or 4 meetings a week. And then he would drive miles from wherever he lived out into Boston someplace to do a 5-minute spot on a comedy stage so that he could develop his comedy skills while he was working in corporate America. And you're getting ready to give a speech. Are you ready to write this down? Get your piece of paper out. Ask yourself. This is a technique of speaking. Everybody is just so in awe of you when you're speaking that they don't know that they need to write it down. You ask them the question, you write this down. Then they get ready. What is my intent? That's number 1. What is my intent? Number 2, am I present? The biggest part of am I present was the message that it's not about me. You know, when we're really nervous, it's because our focus is on us. Everybody out in the audience, they don't care what's going on inside of you. They want your message. Are you present with that idea that they want something from you and they want you to do well? Am I present for them? You're doing it for them. Will I have fun is number 3. If you're not enjoying it, they won't either. If you're enjoying it, they will too. And number 4, if this was the last speech I would ever give, how would I give this presentation? John Contreras said to me when he went up as an inspirational, go up and do your best for you. You may touch the life of one person in that audience. Do you want to tell your story? Or shall I tell it for you?
I'm happy to.
Yeah, just real quickly.
Last year I went up and had the same outcome she did. I went up, or 2 years ago, I went up, I competed, I did my best ever. I finished second in that contest one time. I was going to win this time. I did my best ever and I didn't even place. Before I knew that I didn't even place, I was somewhere in the middle. The results weren't in. I went back and sat down at my table. We had this round banquet tile table with 6 or 8 people at them. Lady across the table from the Toastmasters Club somewhere in the Portland area handed me a little note. And she said, "Thank you. I really needed to hear that message today." That note is with the other trophies I have from Toastmasters. It's on the same shelf.
Right. And I had the same experience, people coming up to me and saying, "Can I have your card? This really connected for me. It was so important for me." You never know whose life you're going to change when you say something, when you speak your word. We all have something to share. That was the biggest message I got from this whole conference. We all have something to share from our experience.